Not at all. Not at all, because what we see on the streets is a political protest organized by political parties and political activists. Period. That's what you see. All those guys coming from the small fragmented fractions of parliamentary parties and political activists have been on the streets for the past 8 years against us. We see the same familiar faces. We see non-parliamentary parties, basically non-existent parties, even by the polls, protesting on the streets. It is always possible to summon and call together a couple of hundreds, maybe a couple of thousands of people. Take a look at the faces. Very fortunately, those activists have been filming themselves actually throughout the past couple of days. Take a look at the faces, take a look at the names. They are all belonging to Soros-affiliated organizations. They all belong to activists and non-parliamentary parties who are being financed and run by the Soros framework and others affiliated with Mr. Soros. That's the evidence. Hard evidence on the ground, filmed by themselves. It's unknown. What we know for sure is that it's going to change, maybe dramatically. Their problem is that they're building up a narrative. I mean, the political opposition is building up a narrative against us for the past 8 years. At some point, that narrative bumps into its own limits, and that is reality. And that's when you see the overclaim and the stupidity they've committed. Breaching not only physically, but also the protocols of public institutions is certainly not within the limits of expressing your opinion, even if it comes from a political representative in Parliament. Law should be followed by everyone. Sorting out the legal problem, I believe is...
University, or you want to...
Nobody's planning tuition fee. We all know that Mr. Soros is just a symbolic figure, and we all know the forces and the different political agendas that we entitle and call the Soros phenomenon.
Meaning what?
Meaning a globalist, supranationalist, and a different version of democracy we believe in. Again, we've been relying on our own abilities for the past couple of years to be able to run our... The Hungarian regulation is fully in line with the European regulations and has nothing to do with slavery. That's a political code word which is being used by extremist political opinion and political activists on the ground. The real problem is that, as a matter of fact, this political protest has nothing to do with the labor code.
NGOs and the migration, why do you tax them?
Because NGOs are performing a political role recently.